Hi, good to see you again. Today is episode 3, Students with Concussions. Students with concussions at any age, at any level. So that's right up through the kindergarten levels, right up through university. A concussion. Concussions are really frightening. A concussion is when the head does a sudden jerk. Now, this could be from being pushed, hitting the ground, falling in some sort of an accident. And what happens is when the head moves really quickly, the brain goes with it and then almost snaps back, and it goes through a great deal of trauma. We'll see such traumas with kids or students who play sports, football, rugby, soccer, anything that is confrontational. We're competing against each other, including the martial arts. Okay, so we can see this in many different athletic activities where a fall from a horse, from a bicycle, could be involved. What we want to do is to welcome these students into our classroom and to be prepared. One of the things that we need to know is whether there's a plan of action for one of these students. Somebody who has gone through a formal diagnosis of a concussion and who the doctors recommend a certain course of recovery for this person. When they get to the classroom, there should be a plan of care that has involved the parents, the teachers, the doctors, or the medical team. It will help the teacher know what to expect, how to address certain situations, and perhaps how to help the student learn in the classroom. The classroom is going to need accommodations. That's without a doubt. The student is going to be sensitive to light, sound. Allow them to wear a hat or sunglasses. Allow them to wear maybe headphones or those little ear plugs that go into the ear, and allows them to just reduce the level of noise. Students should also be allowed to record the class, either using their iPhone or their Samsung or Android. Pardon me. They can also be permitted to have somebody come in with them to take notes, to scribe for them, to read things aloud to them, whether that's an EA or a volunteer. That's something that can be arranged. For tests, quizzes, exams, maybe these need to be postponed. Maybe there needs to be some time spent with more recovery that won't stress the student out heavily. And then when they're ready, they can sit the exam. We can also look at the student having an untimed test or exam. They could possibly do it verbally. So somebody asks them the question and they answer verbally. Also, it would be nice if we could provide them with a quiet location, either a separate room or an office where they can go, take their time, relax, and answer the questions. As a result of concussions, there are going to be behavior changes. Some of the changes are going to be frustration, because they notice their limitations. They notice that things aren't going as well as they were pre-concussion. There's also going to be a level of aggression. That comes with any brain injury or brain damage. And that's just because of the nature of the concussive injury. Also, the student is going to be aware that they're getting tired. They can't concentrate as much. They're not able to do as much as they once were. That can be frustrating. Fatigue is another big issue. A lot of students with concussions are very, very tired. It would be nothing for them to fall asleep in class. They're not being rude. They are just super tired. And that's part of the concussion and the brain injury as well. So if they fall asleep, don't worry. They're not being mean. They're not being rude. It's just part of their recovery. Absenteeism is also going to be an issue. In the beginning, they may be away from school, out of class, until the doctors think that they are well enough to start to reintegrate into the classroom for maybe an hour or two, maybe a half a day, and then gradually build up to 2/3 and a full day at class. While they are away, one thing that we can do is we can make all the work available for them online so that if they're able to, at any time of day, log in to their school account and see what's there and begin to start reading it, working on their understanding, and possibly tackling some of the assignments. We can also look at doing Zoom classes, video classes like this. It's a style where we can have them once again sit back comfortably, partake in the class, but maybe not be concerned about note-taking or answering questions. They can just comfortably from their home be involved with the class. Another thing to look at is to provide a list of YouTube or videos available online that they can watch to help supplement their learning. If they're not grasping your lesson, okay, let's help them out. Let's help them become aware of where else they can go to watch a video, to acquire the information at a more leisurely pace. Whatever happens, please, a student with concussion has a serious brain injury. It's not a head injury. It's not like a boo-boo ow on my head. This is the actual brain itself has been injured. And it's going to take a time for that brain to recover. Some of these injuries are going to be long-term. It's not a matter of days or weeks for the student to recover. We're looking at possibly months, years, or that the damage is permanent. Whatever the severity of the injury is, concussions are serious. There's no two ways about it. We can't diminish it by saying, oh, I've hit my head before. I know people who have had concussions. No, every concussion for every individual is unique, and we just can't brush it off. This is a serious, serious injury. To help you understand more about concussions, there are some great resources available. There's the Canadian Guideline Concussion in Sport organization. Super site. There's also Brain Injury Canada, another really good resource to go look at and learn more information. Then there's parachutecanada.org. What a fantastic place this is. They provide all sorts of information, resources, templates, guidelines, guideline and policy templates for schools to help a school set up a system to help students with concussions. They'll also do in-class trainings. They'll do trainings at school that will provide the teachers with tons of information. It's a wonderful organization, just wonderful. So with that, I hope we can make the classroom a happier and better place for kids with concussions so they can continue to thrive and succeed at school. Thank you very much for today. It's been great talking with you. I'll see you again really soon. Bye-bye.